Choosing the right attorney can be the difference between hiring a deal maker or a deal breaker. So you just found the perfect buyer. They offer full price, they have a massive down payment, you're already picking out furniture for your new place.
And then you get the call. The board rejected your buyer. No explanation, no appeal.
Now your listing's back on the market and stigmatized. Every new buyer's asking, what's wrong with it? Why did the last deal fail? You probably just lost 6 months of time and probably $50,000 in value, not to mention the monthly maintenance bills that don't stop when you list.
This was likely preventable. Most sellers prep their kitchens and bathrooms, but they forget they need to prep the deal.
Today we're talking about the home seller's audit. These are some of the most important things you should do before your co-op listing ever hits the market.
As a seller, you hope to find a buyer immediately. And when you do, you'll need to provide that buyer with due diligence documents. These are things like an offering plan, building financial statements, and other important documents. This can be one of the first hurdles, as management companies are often slow to provide and charge for these documents. Sellers should secure a digital copy of the co-op's offering plan and all of the amendments, as well as the last 2 years of financial statements for the building. You'll also want to locate your original stock certificate and proprietary lease.
The buyer's attorney is going to need these documents during the deal's due diligence period between accepting the offer and signing the contract. There's nothing worse than waiting a week after accepting an offer to receive these documents from a slow management company. The buyer's attorney will also read board meeting minutes and send management a questionnaire, so let's not add any additional hurdles. One of the worst mistakes we see sellers making is selecting a buyer without considering their finances, especially here in a co-op transaction.
If a buyer walks into one of our listings and falls in love and makes an offer, the first thing we ask their broker is, send me their financial statement. This statement clearly lays out the buyer's financial picture, and it's one of the only ways you can vet a buyer before the board does.
If their debt to income ratio is 35% and the building requires 20%, the deal is likely dead on arrival. I don't care how much they love the view or the finishes.
We save our sellers from the heartbreak of a shattered deal before it even begins by making sure that any offer that comes in is properly assessed and vetted.
So let's talk about your attorney. In New York, you're required to work with an attorney to complete your transaction. Choosing the right attorney can be the difference between hiring a deal maker or a deal breaker. An attorney who isn't experienced in real estate law, let alone in New York City real estate and co-ops, may not be poised to handle the everyday hurdles that deal with this market.
We've done deals with an unresponsive or uncooperative attorney, or an attorney who takes extra time and precautions because they're doing this kind of transaction for the very first time. Every time it hurts us one way or another. Either something is missed or something takes too long, and that costs money.
Before you put your home on the market, you should hire a real estate attorney, and you need to choose an attorney who works on co-op transactions every single day. This is vastly different from purchasing a single-family home or a condo. Co-ops are not real property, and they take a lot more time to buy than a standard house.
At this point, it's okay to not know which attorney you should be talking to. That's why you have us with our list of professionals ready to go.
So this next point is critical for our friends managing estate sales of co-op apartments. Often we find ourselves dealing with an estate sale or one owned through trust. If you're selling an apartment on behalf of a parent or a relative, you cannot wait until you have a buyer to get your paperwork in order.
And it's not just the legal docs. The board and the bank need to know who's actually authorized to sign on behalf of the shareholder. If there are 3 or 4 siblings involved in the sale of their parents' home, and one of the siblings are being difficult, the board might reject the whole deal because they don't have approval to sell from all of the parties involved.
We have seen deals stall for weeks, months, even years, because the seller didn't have their paperwork in order. Wills, letters testamentary, trust agreements, all should be on hand and ready to go before we even list your home. Delays could cost you your deal. While you're hunting for a signature from an unresponsive co-executor in California, the buyer you had is looking at other apartments online already.
So be sure to have all your documents handy before you consider listing. We want to show everyone involved that this might be an estate sale, but it's a prepared estate that's ready and able to close now.
Selling a co-op isn't just about finding a buyer, it's about finding the right buyer and having a team behind you that can get you to the finish line.
If you want to see if you're ready to sell your co-op, we've created the Co-op Seller Audit Checklist.
It's the exact internal document that we use to vet our listings. Click the link in the description. Don't let a board rejection kill your equity.